to the Curved Surfaces tab, this is a whole other way of making shapes. Now, when you make forms and shapes with the curves and surfaces, they are not polygonal and they are not solid. So I'm going to keep marching forward. I think there's a technical thing that we'll get to in a second, but I'll just cover this real quick, and then we may come back around. So these, you can actually make real-life curvy things. And these all start with lines and shapes. So, and you can also make just lines, which you can't really make with polygons. Polygons are shapes. So you can actually start with a good old pencil and just like, woo, you know, start drawing in three-dimensional space. Now, it's kind of tricky because you're not always sure where you're drawing in three-dimensional space because it's three-dimensional space. But we'll get to that in a second. But what you can do is work with these polygons, or work with these NURBS. And they're called NURB surfaces, and I'm forgetting the name, what NURB stands for. I'll tell you it's an acronym. It'll come to me in a second. But they're called NURB surfaces. So you'll see NURBS and surfaces used kind of interchangeably. And curves are actually just the lines. So anything that's just a line is a curve. Anything that's a rounded surface is a NURB surface. So these automatically come out rounded. So I can pick a sphere. Look, it's actually round. It's not made of an illusion of a whole bunch of boxes. So you can actually just generate round shapes. You know, and you have a whole bunch of variety of shapes. And you'll have a similar sort of instructions as you make them. But these by themselves are not printable. I'm not gonna fully explain this, but I'm gonna do a quick little just show you. In reality, watch this. How these shapes are generated is they are actually just an element looped around. So you can even choose where to start and where to end this. We'll go into this technically later. I'm just showing you that it exists. So this is technically not a watertight shape. In fact, there's nothing, those two edges that are saying hi to each other, hey guy, what's up? They are not actually connected, so they are not watertight. If you filled that with water, everything would come out of that little hole. So anything you make that is a polygon, anything you make that is a NURB or a curve has to be converted into a polygon in order to be printed. So in order to do that, similar to the Smooth Mesh preview, you go to modify, convert NURBS to polygons. Start with NURBS, go to polygons. So I'm going to do that, and then suddenly what you get actually is the polygon version of that NURB directly in the same place as that polygon. So they're in the same place. So you can see that you're kind of getting a weird readout, and if you move this, oh look, there's my polygon, there's my NURB, there's my polygon, there's my NURB. We don't need the NURB, so I'm just going to press delete. So you can actually generate rounded shapes in in NURB mode, but you have to convert them into polygons. Now there's a much deeper explanation of that, but that's going to shortcut us to something that everyone wants to do. So I'm going to shortcut to that. It's a lot of steps. But I think it's worth it. I think everyone's going to be much satisfied. Any questions with NURBS and how to make and how that works with polygons? No.